Hi, this is Usman Arshad. In this video, I'm going to overview in detail about the Xiaomi Fitness app, how to use it, and how to get the most benefit out of it. So here we have the main screen. As you can see over here we have the calories, steps, moving, then the sleep score, heart rate, blood pressure, oxygen, and then weight management, and then stress, and then vitality score. Then we have also workout device and profile. So I'm going to go through each of these one by one so that you could understand it and get a comprehensive overview about it. So let's start with the sleep, which one is my favorite one. So if we click on the sleep, it's gonna track my 3 types of sleep, which is basically the deep sleep, light sleep, and the REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement sleep. And another most fascinating thing that I have observed in this app is that if I click on these 2 arrows over here, it's gonna get to this landscape mode. From this, I'm gonna just see that on which time, what was my heart rate, range, my oxygen saturation range, the time of sleep, the wake up for 55 minutes, and then I went to again sleep for 37 minutes of deep sleep, and then here I have light sleep, and there are some parameters that I can turn on. For example, if I just turn on the heart rate, it's gonna show me the graph that when my heart rate went up, and then the oxygen saturation, if I just check it, it's gonna tell me the oxygen saturation. So on over here, I have the lowest oxygen saturation, which is 91. Yeah, this is the most fascinating thing about this app, that it just tells each and everything in damn detail. We're gonna come back, and the device I'm using is Xiaomi Smart Band 9 Pro, which is one of the most profound and iconic smart band by Xiaomi, and it also has the GPS excuse me, GPS functionality as well. So it says that I have 2 hours and 18 minutes of deep sleep, then the light sleep was 2 hours and 36 minutes, and then the REM sleep was 1 hour and 38 minutes, and I just woke up one time. And the average heart rate during the sleep is, as you can see over here, is 59 beats per minute, and the average oxygen saturation was the lowest was 91, and the average was 96, and the average breathing rate was 15. So at some point it will be 10, and at some point it will be like 16. So the average is 15 beats breaths per minute. Okay, the most interesting thing is that I can get the overview of my weekly sleep. So it's an average of week. So I slept for 6 hours and 32 minutes in the whole week. So the first day I did this, and if I want to check the previous week, I will swipe it left like this. As you can see over here, in the last week I slept for 6 hours and 59 minutes, which is approximately 7 hours of sleep, and then the average fall sleep duration is 25 seconds, and average wake up time is 7.28 minutes. As you can see that I am on a lot of medication, so it took me a little bit time to wake up, but to fall asleep it's very quickly. So in the whole week I can just check the score, like on the 21st of 4th month, April, and the sleep score was 79, and then the 87, and then the 85, and 68, 59, 72, and 63. And there is another advantage, and that is the monthly. So for the whole month of April, as you can see, I just slept for 6 hours and 36 minutes. So this is an overview. The average fall sleep time was 51 seconds, and the wake up time is 7.5 minutes. So as you can see over here, it's a comprehensive overview. If I go to this and then setting, my goals are 8 hours sleep, and advanced monitoring is turned on, and breathing rate is turned on. Now if I just turn it on, it can automatically gonna sync to my Band 9 Pro as well. So this was the overview of the sleep. Then we're gonna move on to the heart rate, and if I click over it, as you can see over here, today's my resting heart rate is 56 beats per minute, and it's like the whole month my resting heart rate. So then the maximum was 92 for today, and then the minimum was 52, and the average is 62. And this is the heart rate zone. So I can go for the week as well. So I'm gonna check the previous week. As you can see, for the whole week, my maximum heart rate was 132, the minimum was 47, and the average was 70, which is pretty good. And if you click over it, it's gonna just tell me the last week resting heart rate. So if I'm gonna go for the month, as you can see, in the whole month there is an overview. As you can see, it's like most of the time it's in 50s. The resting heart rate, the maximum I did was 162 beat per minute. The minimum for the whole month was 47, and the average was 71, which is quite good, right? So that's basically about the heart rate. Then you can go for the oxygen saturation, and the highest was 98, and the lowest was 91. That must be during the sleep, as you can see over here. At 12:30 to 1 a.m., the minimum was 91%, and the maximum was 97%. And if I go for the month, as you can see, the average was 96, the lowest was 89, which could be a red flag, and the highest was 99%. So, and if we talk about the weight, now before that I'm gonna go for the blood pressure. Now the Xiaomi Band 9 Pro don't offer any blood pressure measurements, so I have to take it manually by a blood pressure monitor, and then I'm gonna enter values in it. So how I enter values in it, I just click on the three dots on the right upper side and then add data. I just take the data from my blood pressure meter, and then I'm gonna plug in the systolic, diastolic, and the pulse, and here's the date, so I can change the date as well. So then I'm gonna check the monthly. My average blood pressure was 126/733, the average pulse rate was 76, the maximum systolic was 136, the maximum diastolic was 77, and all these values, right? So it's like the overview, and I haven't took, I think, the reading in this whole week, maybe. And last week I just did one reading, and in the whole month I did a couple of readings, okay? So, and then I'm gonna move toward the weight. So I have a weight scale at my home. I enter the data manually by clicking on the three dots on the right upper side and add data, and I just take the reading from my weight scale and then just plug it in, and here's the time scale, the time of the measurements. Here I can add the other things as well, because I don't have any kind of monitor to calculate all these things or any equipment, so I'm gonna just leave it. And the trend is a more important thing. As you can see over here, the trend is like I was in the whole like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, in the 8 readings. The highest was 91.9 and the lowest was 89.80. So it's a kind of stable trend, like throughout the month, maybe on the 10th and on the 28th. So if we go to the stress, actually this window or this sensor in my smart device just mirror the brain activity. For example, if I take Ambien, it's gonna dump my stress level. So it's a kind of brain activity that is measured by this device. So if I go to the month one, the maximum was 49, so it means that the brain was doing highest activity, which is interpreted as the stress level was 49, and the minimum was 2. Kind of my brain was stagnant on that time, and the average was 24, which is quite good. So, and settings, and I just turn it on to the all-day monitoring and relax reminder as well, turn on. So if we go to the vitality score, I don't know what type of algorithm was used to calculate the vitality score, but the more I do physical activity, the more I get vitality points. So as you can see, I earned 16 more vitality points to reach the next goal. And the low intensity, medium points, and high intensity points. I haven't done any kind of intense exercise in this whole month. Like I was doing most of the time the weight training. When I do cardio, when I do running, I get more points. So now coming to the main screen again. So if we talk about the calories, and these are my daily, and I will go for the week and the month. In the last week, if I swipe it left, I just burned 9.2k calories, and the average calories that I burned per day was 1322. If we go for the month, as you can see over here, in the whole month I have burned this much calories, and the average calories I burned per day was 1.228. So I can also check the last month. So as you can see, in this month I have burned more calories than the previous one. So this is about calories, and then the steps, which is the most important thing for me. If we go for the month, in this month I have done like 115 kilometers, and the month is not end yet. Because of extreme temperature, I was unable to do a lot of exercise or walking or steps, but it's quite decent that I have done 100 plus kilometers. The average distance I covered per day was 4.14 kilometers. The steps was like 200k approximately, and the average step that I took in the whole month, if we took the average of it, it was like 7k steps. I have to do at least 10k steps, the average, which would be nice. Okay, so the moving was that how many times I kept moving and didn't stop. For the whole month, I just walked continuously for 387 minutes. You can divide it by 60 to get the hours, and the average moving time was 14, which is quite less. I think I should increase it. Yeah, so it's a red flag. Okay, so this was the main screen. So if we go to the manage health features, I can just add and select different things. So I don't get periods, so I'm not gonna add the cycles, and then all these the other parameters are just checked. Then I'm gonna go to the workout, and here's my workout history, like outdoor running, walking, cycling, and treadmill. So if we talk about the main screen, it says that the training load, on that time I was doing a quite high training load as compared to now, because the weather is very hot and I can't do much of the training. And the VO2 max that I calculated a long time ago, it was like 42, which is an average. And if we talk about the workout history, we're gonna track all this. Like if I was walking, it kept all the details in very extreme detail. For example, now if I open it, this one, I did 2.93 walking, and this is the map, which is that data is collected by the GPS in my device, and the average calories I burned was 186. The time I did was 50 minutes. Average pace was this, and the average beats per minute was 91. Steps I did were approximately 4k. The maximum heart rate was 107 because I was just walking, and the average was, I think, 91. And I fall into the category of light exercise. The pace, the maximum pace, pace by km, cadence, and the stride, and the training effect and the recovery time and the experience, each and everything is just kept it beautifully. I just love this device because it's gonna keep each and everything. And if we talk about the strength training, it's just gonna keep the record of how intense I did. So I was like did 24 minutes of intense gym training and 40 minutes of normal training, which was light, and the maximum beats were 135. And what I burned was, in 1 hour I burned 566 calories. It's a lot of calories. The training load was 26, and it took me like 3 hours to recover, which I don't agree most of the time, because at least you need 24 hours to recover if you do this much calories in a day. So it's gonna tell me of the whole year and all. And if we talk, I just did the total amount of exercise I did was 36 hours, 34 minutes and 9 seconds. The total distance was 60 kilometers. And then the calories are here. The most of the time I did strength training. The walk I did 33%, and because of extreme weather, I did at very least running. And I was just a little bit concerned about my body muscle mass, so I was not doing much of the running. So this was the overview of this screen. Then we're gonna go to the screen. So ladies and gentlemen, from here I can just manage the face watch of my device, and I'm gonna sync it. I'm gonna select it and sync it, and it's gonna show it on my device screen. So if we go to the notification and calls, app notification is turned on, incoming calls is on, but I set the time 15 seconds, because if I don't pick up the call, it's gonna give me the vibration on my device, Band 9 Pro, and I have just turned on with reply with message. And then the app notification, like I was just opened the messages, right, because I'm not interested in the other notifications, and wake screen for the notification, and notify only when worn, because so what it means that if I have not worn this device, my smart band, it won't send me the notifications. So, and if we go to the fitness and health, I can just select the heart rate, and I set it on continuous monitoring every minute. I can set it to smart for extending the battery life, but I'm not satisfied with it, because I have noticed that a lot of time it fluctuates, my heartbeat fluctuates, and on the smart it didn't detect it. So I just kept it for 1 meter to get the more data. The more the data is, the more is the accuracy. And the lowest heart rate alert, which is 50 beats per minute, and I just kept it. It's actually the resting heart rate. If it goes below the 50 beats per minute, it's gonna give me the alert. And if it goes 100, beyond 100, it's gonna give me the notification. So it's also saying that you just keep the device a little bit away from your wrist, so that it would get the more accurate reading. Sleep, I have turned both of this on. The blood oxygen, I did it for continuous monitoring, and if it goes below 90, it's the red flag. And then the stress is also all day monitoring. And then the standing, and then the stats. So here I did my goals. Like I'm gonna burn 100 calories per day. The step I'm gonna do every day is 8,000 steps, and moving, like you can change it to 90 minutes, but I just kept it on 30. And achievement reminder is turned on, so that which goal I have achieved. Have I done the calories? Have I done the steps? Have I done the moving? So, and then the vitality store setting, I just 7-day progress, daily progress, and goal notification is turned on. So then the apps. From here, if we go to the music, control phone playback from device, I have turned it off. The alarm, these are the 3 alarms for my medications and supplementations. The task reminder, I haven't used the weather. Okay, if you want to update the weather on your device, you have to turn it on. And then you have to give the permission of the location. And you're gonna come back. So it's gonna keep updating, keep taking the data from the GPS, and it's gonna update it, right? So it's the word clock. So I just keep the track of Dubai, London, and Auckland. And then there is a system, I think, yeah, these are the widgets, which I'm not much interested, that how it gonna display the information that is on my device that I wore, like on my Band 9 Pro and on my phone. Those sort apps, not interested. Sleep mode, I can schedule it, but I won't. DND sync, if I just sync the DND, if I turn it on my mobile phone, it's gonna automatically sync it to my smart band. And the find device, if I click on find device, it's gonna vibrate my Band 9 Pro. So, and if we go to the more, it's gonna tell me if there are any updates. So my version is up to date, and I click on the setting and I just turn it on, so that it automatically get the updates. Now these updates are not of the app, but of the device OS. So in this case, my Band 9 Pro, if it's gonna get any kind of updates, it's gonna sync it, send it to my device, and then I'm gonna install it over there. And then the help center, about device, this is the information of my device, and then the contact new phone. If I unpair it, I'm gonna lose my data. I'm a little bit worried. I'm gonna not do it. And if we go to the more again, and this is all for now. If we go to the profile, you're gonna say that I'm 170 meters tall, and I have like 36. I think I did this wrong, and the maximum heart rate is my 180, which I set. And there is also a medical card in which you can enter your information that if you have any kind of disease, you are taking any kind of medicines or supplements, and you have allergies to anything, you're gonna enter over there. And then the third-party data, you can back up your data on these devices as well. And device permission is the most important thing, and the people lose a lot of mistake. To give to get the accurate data and not missing anything, you have to give all the permission to your Mi Fitness app, right? So that it could sync it to the wearable device. The feedback you can do, the version is 3.3.72i. This is the version of the Android app, not of my wearable device. About this app, you can see over here. Okay. So this was all for now. The video was quite lengthy because I just went through the detail, each and everything. And if you click on the device, I can add device over here, and also I can just scan it. So I think if you want to get a comprehensive overview of your health, you should buy this device, and the app is awesome. It don't has any heart rate variability kind of stuff. If you want to sync the data, you have to just swipe down. It says the sync data is successful. If you want to just conserve some battery, you're gonna turn it off, the Bluetooth, and then it's gonna just not sync and extend the battery of your phone as well as your wearable device. Hope you have liked this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and all those people who are fitness enthusiasts. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.